morning. I'd like to open up this meeting with a quick verse. Psalms 92, verse 1 and 2. It is good to give thanks to the Lord and to sing praises to your name, O Most High, to declare your lovingness in the morning and your faithfulness every night. So, with everything that's happening in the world, we are really putting our energy and focusing on getting things better and improving. But today I want to challenge you to be grateful and to be thankful for everything you have. To be thankful for your life and to be thankful for the time you have now. To be grateful that you are able to see me and hear me and you're able to be here at this very precious time. And I want to tell you that God cares for you because you're still here and you still have a purpose. So live and enjoy. So please enjoy your day, your week, your month, your year, the rest of your life. Thank you very much.
Good morning, parents, and welcome to this virtual information session or meeting that we have decided to send to you so that you can watch it in your own time. We have decided to have our meeting this way as education and systems of communication are evolving all the time, and we really want to make this a pleasant and fruitful experience for everybody. You must have noticed that we have decided to embrace the developments of the electronic media, as that gave us the opportunity to carry on teaching in difficult times when others couldn't. We have therefore decided to share with you our thinking and developments at school for the sake of our own and your child's future. The other presenters will give you more information of the reality of teaching and learning as it is at the moment, as well as sport and culture activities presently happening on the premises. Before I go to the future plans that we have for school, I need to mention that we've had the memorial of one of our senior staff members, Mrs. Barnhorst, who taught here and who had been the head of hostels for almost 30 years. We have also lost one of our senior teaching staff members, Mrs. Mbokeng, earlier in the year, who taught accounting here for 10 years. In both these cases, I really want to recognize and acknowledge the people that they were and the giants that we lost as a school community. May their souls rest in peace. Now, I again want to make you aware of the changes in management. Mr. Pienaar, as the CEO, will gradually step down from his position over the next few years. Mr. Janos Pence will replace Mr. Pienaar as the new business manager of the school. Mrs. Pienaar's academic and other learning-focused responsibilities, that is now myself, will be taken over by Mrs. Besaidnout, who has been appointed as the principal of the whole school. She will focus on all academic, teaching, staff and learner responsibilities. I will also focus on the development and future developments of the school. I will be replaced as executive head in about 5 years' time. The board of directors have asked us to be involved with the school for another 5 years in a different capacity while training the new incumbents. We have a future focus for the school and I would like to share that with you. We've already started to investigate, put on trial and prepare for the following ventures that will become part of the everyday life of Prestige starting this term. We have approved plans, approved by the municipality, to erect 4 more classrooms so that we can utilize the MI building for what it was originally built. 4 classrooms will be built on the eastern side of the senior campus, touching the perimeters of the primary school. The MI Centre will be accommodating the following activities, and we have already started to do that. The first very important thing is the ICDL. It stands for the International Computers Driver's License. We really need to make sure that our focus is on the primary school learners and also the junior high school learners to give them the opportunity to obtain the ICDL certificate, as that will stand them in good stead in their future. All children need to know how a computer works. The certificate that they will need will even be valuable when they go to university. Wherever they are going to work after school, They will be advantaged if they know the Microsoft programs that are basic and essential for future learning. So much more important if they have a certificate to prove their skill. And this certificate is internationally recognized and acclaimed. Now, the next really important thing that we do is to introduce robotics and coding. We are busy to offer different coding programs. There are quite a number of companies who offer the training of this skill with curricula as well as staff training. We have started with our grade 4 learners to see which groups will be most susceptible to this training. Presently, we test the program called Code for Kids, but we have not decided yet on the program that will finally introduce to the school. We shall decide that when we have tested everything to our disposal, and at the beginning of 2022 we shall start with a program that the school will then have to buy. The next really very important program that we have decided to buy is a reading program. We are also investigating all the different types of reading programs available at the moment. But we have seen that reading is the one outstanding matter where kids suffered the most during COVID. We know that not all parents read to their kids enough at home, and we have decided to do something to improve their reading skills and make that a #1 priority for the school.
Reading Rocket, the most powerful computer-based tool to equip students for every school year's increasing academic requirements, helping them to develop adequate reading skills from as early as grade 1. Reading Rocket has a wide variety of stories and activities in English and Afrikaans. Each story has its own spelling words, reading passage, comprehension test, and numerous language exercises to master linguistic concepts, reading speed and techniques, as well as expand vocabulary. Teachers benefit from Reading Rocket's baseline assessments, auto-remedial function, comprehensive online reporting system, and auto-generated certificates. Reading Rocket can successfully be implemented in a computer classroom, for individual reading classes, and for use at home.
If kids cannot read, they cannot learn. This is a priority, and we shall cancel any other expense in favor of this program that will be able to benefit all the grades in the school. Once our staff is trained and the computer center is in full operation, we will start in all earnesty with the reading program. We've already touched on the start of the reading program. Lastly, I would just like to remember our parents that we are still a Cambridge centre. Last year we had quite a marketing drive for Cambridge, but our present group of Cambridge IGCSE children will write their first exit exam at the end of 2022. That will be their grade 10 year. And teachers are thrilled with the curriculum, and the kids adapted very well to this extraordinary curriculum. In January, we shall take in the next group of Cambridge learners, and we plan to also have this curriculum as an online offering because there was a big request for that. If you are interested in Cambridge, please make sure to contact Mr. or Mrs. Besaidnout for next year. Remember that this exam is also accepted by all major universities in South Africa, as well as all international universities. Thank you so much for engaging with us in this way, as it makes it possible for us to communicate a lot more with you. We hope to see you soon again during the next parent meeting. Thank you and goodbye.
Good morning, parents. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you about the finances at Prestige College and a little bit about our residences. As you know, our financial aim at Prestige College was always to provide the college with the appropriate financial structure and funds to achieve its overall objectives. It's important to know that we are a non-profit company and that we work on a break-even budget. Therefore, I would right at the start like to thank the parents, we think about 2020 and 2021, thank the parents for their commitment, for keeping up and assisting us to achieve these aims. I would like to thank the staff that was prepared to take salary cuts and to work from home and to keep on doing what they are doing. I would like to thank the SARS, the Revenue Services, for assisting us with payment holidays and so forth to make ends meet during the difficult time of COVID-19. And government that also afforded us the TERS payments during 2020 that made it possible for us to break even and to maintain our staff. I just quickly want to tell you for the future that things that had an impact on the income streams at Prestige College. Obviously the lockdown had an impact, days lost for the residents, that made an impact on our income on the residents. We had a loss of enrollment because of COVID-19, learners that were kept home and did not come back. We had parents with loss of jobs that were retrenched, and that had an impact on the income. And then because of times that we were locked down, credit terms were extended, and that had an impact on our cash flows at the school. And then government also had a cut in subsidies because they had a cut in their income stream, and therefore they had a cut in subsidies. Our expense patterns also changed, where we used to be spending the most money on salaries. We had to cut salaries to make ends meet. There were no increase on salaries for 2020. There were small increases afforded for 2021. Item that expanded quite considerably was the cleaning materials, because we had to cater for COVID-19, all the protocols, all the regulations, and the expense budget on cleaning materials more than doubled. And then to cater for teaching to carry on online, we had to expand our network, and we had to work on the platform as such. And therefore for 2022 school fees, we had to make assumptions. We had to look at our other independent schools of similar nature than ours, look at their fees so that we are benchmarking against them. We are looking at general increase in salaries of below CPI for 2022, and then we used CPI that is between 3.5 and 4.5%. The school fee schedule is available, and it is provisional fees, because we will still have to confirm this at our board meeting in September. But now we have looked at a 4% increase on tuition fees and a 5% increase on resident fees. And because food has increased tremendously, we are implementing annual fee, or a monthly fee actually, of 350 Rand per month for the primary, where they get food every day during tea time and lunchtime. I say provisional because if government cuts subsidies further, we will communicate with parents on an increase of school fees even further, but you will be informed in time. If I quickly just allude to the residence report, I can gladly report that the intake at the beginning of the third term was quite smooth. We want to guarantee parents of all COVID regulations that is in place, and we are very happy to have our learners back with 90% already back at the residence, and thank you for that. We have to inform you, and you know it by this time, the sad passing on of our head of hostels, Mrs. Bardnosh, and just to make sure that you are clear on what we are doing, I will be taking part of her responsibilities, with Ma'am Tage being the acting head of hostels. For communication, I would want to request the parents to make the guardians of your learners in residence the first port of call. If you have anything to call them, and when needed, it will be then taken to Mrs. Taghi or myself if we need to address anything. Friendly requests with regards to payments, I can gladly inform you that with the week that we could not offer this service, the hostel fees have been cut with 1,400 rand, and you will see that on your billing during August. But we are dependent on payments to pay salaries, to buy food, to pay electricity, and we ask you, as in the past, to diligently pay that and assist us in this way. And then lastly, I would like to request you closing times for the sake of security, for the sake of logistics, for the sake of COVID regulations, that you would stick to closing times of the gates when you return our residents. Parents, I would like to thank you for the short input. If there's any questions, you're welcome to contact me or Mrs. Taghi. Go well. Thank you very much.
Good morning, parents. I would like to give you some feedback on Prestige College and things that happened, and then some of our other staff members will also give you feedback on various places in our school and things that happened. So firstly, I want to discuss academics. As you all know, academics worldwide were vastly affected by the pandemic. As you can see on the screen, there are top 5 problems that's been identified as worldwide problems and how education and specifically academics within the education system was affected. Now at Prestige College, we were no different. We were affected by this as well. But again, as custom to Prestige College, we decided to leverage these as opportunities. So we took some of those problems and we decided to make the best of it. The things that was identified worldwide, once again, happened in Prestige College again. And that fits in very nicely or very well with what Mrs. Pienaar said earlier. Prestige College realized more than ever, we've always focused on this, but more than ever we realized that academics does not just consist of the amount of distinctions that you get in grade 12. We focus on skills. We want to continue to focus on this. The teachers are really working very hard at the moment, and they've worked hard throughout the pandemic to see how they can include different skills into the curriculum so that we are still complying to the curriculum requirements, but do what we really believe what's important. We saw with various things throughout the world during this pandemic and the South African crisis that's happening, that if you don't have skills, there's no point in getting lots of distinctions and you don't know how to apply it. So the application of the knowledge that we have is really important. But more than that, the academics at Prestige College also wants to incorporate our value system. We want to ensure that we've got caring citizens, caring people that can look after themselves, that will be entrepreneurs, that will be able to sustain their own lives, whatever happens. We want to have thriving Prestigians. We want to make sure that not only the kids in our school, but our alumni, the ones that leave Prestige College, can really make a better life for themselves, no matter the circumstances around them. Now, if you look at your child's report card, it might not always seem as if the academics is so strong, because we build up gradually. We also have a higher pass rate than the government schools. So if a child fails one subject, it's seen as if they failed the term. We really want to put you at rest to say we are working hard. If your child is working hard with us, and if you give us the support, that would not be the same result at the end of the year. So we want to also urge you now to make an appointment through the grade head if there are any specific academic concerns or matters that you would like to discuss. We really want to also put you at rest to say that despite everything that happened, we were still one of the top performing schools in the district. Mrs. Mokwatedi will also explain our grade 12 results, but we are very proud of our learners and we are proud of our teachers. So as a Prestige College community, we know that we will make academics successful together with skills and a value system. Thank you.
Good morning, parents. And thank you very much for making time to watch this video that has to do with your kids' academic matters. I am Mrs. Mukwatedi, and I'll be talking mainly about grade 12 academic matters. In grade 12, there is no way that we cannot mention the importance of a quality pass rate. You know, we believe in the notion that as a school we must have 100% quality pass rate, and this is something that we aspire to accomplish, and it guides our academic ambitions. Last year, despite all the fears, uncertainty, and concerns surrounding the pandemic, 98.6% of our pupils managed to pass the year. We are extremely fortunate and grateful to be one of the schools in the country that did not lose a single learner during that academic year. We believe that with our values, deeply rooted in the Word of God, we can only give thanks to God for such grace we have witnessed, and really hope that His mercy shall continue to be upon us. Again, notwithstanding the pandemic, we had one learner who managed to obtain 7 distinctions. She missed the 8th distinction with only 1%. Not only that, we had another one with 6 distinctions, and the other 2 subjects, he got 78% for each of those subjects. I think this is a really great achievement. Most of our learners managed to get either 5 or 6 distinctions. This clearly demonstrates that our collective effort and hard work from both the teachers and learners were not in vain. Something that is very interesting that we have just noticed, we noticed that our best performers with either 6 or more distinctions over the past 5 years have all come from our grade R at our own elementary school. This, we believe, demonstrates the educational and solid foundation that Prestige College offers to our learners and parents, and as a school, we are very proud of that. We are also very proud that one of our students from 2020, Khothatso Machi, received a full scholarship from Allen Gray Foundation, and this was because of their hard work and determination. He was not put down because of the fear of the pandemic. He still pushed, and now he has received that foundation scholarship. As a school, we continue to share opportunities with our learners, and we hope that most of them will grab these opportunities to get a head start in life, because it's not every day where these are shared with learners. This year, we are also fortunate that one of our learners, Jessica Costa, in grade 12, was invited to participate in the UN Sanfo Global Federation, that's the International Children's Wing. It was an online forum, and she represented Africa. She was Africa's representative for that forum, and we are proud that she came from our school. And this shows that our learners are really getting opportunities, and this makes them global citizens. We hope that the grade 12s of 2021 will surpass the results that the learners of 2020 had. Teachers are already hard at work ensuring that this becomes a reality. Parents, I'm sure that on your diaries you are aware that the week of the 5th and the 6th of August we have a Prestige holiday, but as a school we decided that all matric learners should be at school. So please take note of the following very important dates that are compulsory for all matriculants. On the 31st of July, we have the design practical. So all design learners must be at school for the whole day because this is part of their formal assessment. On the 5th and the 6th of August, we have the tourism PET. This is also part of their exam. So we expect all tourism learners to be at school. And the other learning areas have decided that on the 5th of August, which was supposed to be a prestige holiday, they are going to use that for the matriculants to be at school, so it will be a normal school day for the matriculants. On the 6th of August, it's a Saturday, please note that. The 6th of August is a Saturday. The life sciences students have to be at school. So parents, please make sure that your children are at school on the said dates. I also want to make you aware that very soon we are starting with our preliminary and final NSC exams. The preliminary exam will be running from the 27th to the 30th of September. 27 August to the 30th of September. That will be the preliminary exam. 18 to 22 October, we have the final design practicals. The design students need 24 hours for their practicals. So we expect them to be at school on those dates. On the 22nd of October, we have the AP Maths final exam. So AP Maths students, they should be ready by then to write their final exam. And last but not least, the final NSC exam is starting on the 1st of November and it would end on the 3rd of December. Please encourage your kids to make sure that they dedicate enough time for studying because now it is crunch time with all these exams that are looming. We thank you so much for supporting us in educating your kids. Thank you very much, parents.
Good day, parents and guardians. What an honor it is to serve as Deputy Head of the primary school. I'm Lizelle Stradon. We have filled up the primary school almost to the brim with 518 learners up to now in July 2021. And the school is so blessed with learners and teachers who are eager and enthusiastic. The primary school staff has seen a few changes. Many of you have read about the changes in the newsletters, but I just want to highlight a few. At grade 2A, we welcomed Ma'am Eunice Kemp, who is not only an excellent teacher, but also a true singer. She already started with the choir in both the foundation phase and in the high school. Now, at the start of term 3, we have welcomed Mrs. Fasti van Niekerk, who will be taking the mathematics grade 4 and 5. Why is Ma'am Fasti taking grade 4 and 5 maths, I'm sure you might ask. Ma'am Marx has resigned from Prestige College, but she has agreed to graciously stay on until a later stage. So, Ma'am Marx will stand in for Ma'am Gutsia, who is currently on maternity leave. Ma'am Marx will be moving to Claremont to look after her parents in the future. We wish her best of luck with all her future dreams. Seeing that Ma'am Marx resigned as the HOD for grade 4 to 7, Mrs. Charlene Reiniger was appointed as the HOD for grade 4 to 7. We wish her all the best. I know that she will do an excellent job in that position. Now, of course, at the primary, there's always something happening. So just to highlight a few things. The primary school saw the foundation phase area to be extended. We procured some outdoor furniture. The hostel Kaya was awarded to the primary school, and there we now have 2 classes and a therapy room. Of course, Code for Kids have started for the grade 4s as a trial run, and the learners really enjoy the time in front of those computers. Then, in our activity periods and sports periods, we have seen the learners partake in fitness, marimbas, choir, art for the foundation phase, netball, soccer and cricket. Also, in that activity periods, we have extra classes for our learners who are struggling, and a timetable has been shared with them. Now let's get to the academics. Thank you so much, parents, guardians, and everyone involved with the online learning and the remote learning. We saw a lot of learners receiving the booklets, working from the hard copies as well as from the soft copies. We really want to acknowledge our parents for taking the time, the effort, and of course that little bit of extra to make sure our learners were able to speak to our teachers and to communicate with them. I saw quite a few learners who were so happy just to greet their teacher, although it was virtually. Our main focus is of course always academics, but our academics also support other skills that learners need in these times. Poor performance letters would have been shared with most of our parents, and parents are encouraged to make contact with our teachers, registered teachers or subject teachers to discuss different matters. Now let's look to the future. A grade R class we hope to add in 2022. We have seen that that is the place where the primary has grown tremendously. And to accommodate everyone, we have decided to add another class. Therefore, the re-registrations is so important, parents. Please make sure that you re-register in time and that your learner has space for 2022. And then we would like to start a primary library in Kaya's foyer, which is a huge area suitable for a small library. So we ask parents, if you have any readers that you'd like to donate to us, please send it to school. We would gladly accept it. Parents, thank you so much for your support, for supporting your learners. Thank you that we can count on you to work together, because in the end, we all work together for the future of our learners. Thank you.
Thank you very much, parents, that you took the time to watch this video and that you joined our meeting. It's the first time that we're doing our annual meeting in this way, and we appreciate the time that you take. We will also have our live question and answer session on Saturday, the 31st of July at 11 o'clock. So with this video, we also shared a Google form, which will be the questionnaire that you usually fill in. We invite you to please make us aware of any questions, concerns, compliments that you may have, and also share them with us through that Google form. Together with that, we also shared a link with you. That link will direct you to the school's YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel will then open up with a live question and answer session Saturday morning. So if you have any questions, it will be answered on Saturday morning, but you can also type up a question on the live stream on the YouTube channel. So if you will join us Saturday, 31st of July, 11 o'clock for the live question and answer session. Thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely day.